Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to take a look at Studio Series The Last Knight Mohawk. This is a core class figure. He is tiny but he packs loads of articulation, and spoilers for the review, this is a fantastic figure. I'm more than happy that I've picked him up, and quite early as well. That came as a shock. So first and foremost, let's take a look at the packaging. He comes in this standard core class windowless packaging. He looks like he's doing a little dance at the top. He's in Cade's scrapyard. Turn to the side, he's doing a little dance, transforms in 13 steps, and on the side he's doing another dance as well. I've also got on Tasmania Kid. I love Tasmania Kid. I'm going to do a review of him now after this. So let's take a look at the figure. He is fantastic. The sculpt is amazing. They've managed to pack a lot of detail and articulation into such a small figure. His back is quite hollow, but it's understandable really. He comes with one accessory, that is this tiny knife. Just bear in mind not to lose it when you throw the packaging away or recycle it, because it's tiny and strapped to the bottom of the packaging. Another gimmick is that he's got a removable head. It's on a 5mm port and peg, and you can peg it onto any weapon handles, and also I've tried it on the Creo as well, and it sort of works. For articulation, he's got a rotating head. As mentioned before, it's on a peg. His mouth can open really wide. Using the transformation joint, he can look up quite well as well. Everything is on ball joints because he's a core class. His shoulders are on ball joints. They rotate quite a bit. They have quite a bit of upwards movement. And surprisingly, the elbows are double jointed as well. The arms go out quite a lot. They're slightly hindered by the wheel, but then you can move the wheel out of the way as well. The legs kick up almost all the way out. All the way. It's on this fantastic ball joint. The legs bend over 90 degrees. The toes are on ball joints as well. You've got quite a bit of articulation there as well. For size comparison, here he is next to the Last Knight Megatron, and here he is next to a more recent figure, Novocaine. The transformation is fairly complex for such a small figure. Flip his head down, and of course you have to remove his knife. Next, move his left shoulder wheel onto where his head used to be. Rotate the other wheel to the other side of what's meant to be the motorbike later. Double joint the elbows and hinge them upwards. Rotate them at the shoulder ball joint. There's this tiny peg that's going to align to the peg hole on his elbow, and there's a slot that's going to align to a tab on his forearm. So just align these two together and that's going to lock the wheel into place. Do the same on the other side as well. It's slightly hard to sort of gauge where you're meant to tab everything in, but you'll get the hang of it. It's fairly simple. It's just, he's quite a small figure, that's all. Flipping him around, you see the clear shape of a motorbike. You bring his legs forward, there's a tab that you peg the legs into. Bend his knees and connect his toes, and that's going to combine the feet together. Bend it more at the knee, and finally there's a tab that you tab the foot into, and there you have Mohawk in his tiny motorcycle mode. And I think this is a fantastic motorcycle mode. There's a tab on the bottom of the motorcycle that's going to house the knife, and that's going to act as a kickstand as well, but without the knife it sort of stands perfectly fine as well. It's just more tilted, I guess. It doesn't really look like an Earth motorcycle because it's mostly just an alien Kermit the Frog robot just squished up into the shape of a motorcycle, but I think they've done an amazing job. Here he is next to Thrash, and here he is next to the Last Knight Hot Rod, and this is, I think, in scale for a motorcycle. I've never seen a motorcycle that's that much in scale with another car before in terms of Transformers. Normally RCs are way taller than the cars, so this is a fresh new experience for me, seeing such a small motorcycle done so perfectly. Overall, this figure is amazing. This figure has loads of articulation, he's loads of fun. The random green paint splattered across the robot adds so much character to the design, and they've done a wonderful job recreating such a spindly robot into toy form. I can't wait for Nitro Zeus, and I can't wait for, was it Berserker his name was? But that's it for now. Stay safe and goodbye.